Hi, I'm Drex, and this is Introduction to Poi Spinning from Spinballs. In this video, we're going to cover crossers for poi. Put simply, crossers are split-time same-direction reels performed with the arms crossed, rotating the top of the body back and forth like a sprinkler head. Because they involve keeping the hands more or less in contact with the body the entire time, these can be thought of as a type of body tracer. We learn crossers for two very important reasons. The first is that they require you to move the poi from your body core rather than from the wrists or arms, setting up habits that will help you years down the line. The second is that they begin the process of developing plane control with the hands placed in really unintuitive positions. Let's start by reviewing our split-time same-direction reels. Stand facing a wall and pick a spot on the wall to be a point of focus. Now pick a similar spot on the wall behind you. Turn the poi in split-time same direction forwards and decide which direction you're going to turn in. It doesn't really matter which one, but you will want to keep track of which direction you decided on. I'm going to turn to my left. In order to perform this turn, I'm going to wait until the poi in my left hand is pointed straight down, and I'm going to allow my entire body to follow it around until I'm faced towards that point on the wall behind me, with the poi now turning reverse. The poi in my right hand should more or less just follow along automatically. Now, I'll want to turn across the same side of my body going back to forwards, so my lead hand is going to change from my left hand to my right hand. I'm now going to wait until the poi in my right hand is pointing up towards the ceiling, and again, let my entire body follow it around until I'm facing that spot on the wall where I started. Again, the poi in my left hand is going to follow around more or less automatically, and my poi should now both be turning forwards. Notice that even though I turned to my left the first time and turned to my right the second time, I'm always turning across the side of me that's faced towards the camera. Now that I know how to perform each turn, I'm going to count off 1, 2, 3 beats forwards before turning to reverse, and 1, 2, 3 beats reverse before turning to forwards. I'm going to practice this until I can do 10 turns back and forth in a row. Then I'm going to count 1, 2 beats before turning to each side. Again, I'm going to practice this until I can do 10 turns in a row. Finally, I'm going to count off only a single beat on each side before I turn. This is going to be tricky because once I turn to one side, I need to immediately shift which poi I'm treating as the lead poi. But once this gets to feel comfortable, there's a nice easy rhythm that comes with it. The next exercise we're going to work with involves practicing tic-tacs at each shoulder. I'm going to start by placing my right hand at my left shoulder, performing a tic-tac in reverse. It's highly likely you'll have to spin your torso back and forth as you perform this tic-tac. Don't worry, that's supposed to happen. Next, place your left hand at your right shoulder and perform a forwards tic-tac. Again, you should find your torso spinning slightly back and forth as you practice this motion. Now we need to develop our plane control with our arms crossed. This is going to take some patience, but results in the move looking much cleaner and much more stable. Start by facing that spot on the wall from our first exercise, and with one hand to each side, spin the poi forwards in split time, same direction. Now execute half of a 2-beat weave. This will result in your arms crossing over each other as you hug them tightly against your body. At first, this may be disorienting, but will eventually come to feel natural. Work to hold this position and timing for 10 beats. Now do the same thing on the reverse side. Face the spot on the wall that was behind you before and get the poi turning reverse in split time, same direction. Now again, execute half of a 2-beat weave to get your arms crossed. Just like on the forward side, work to keep this position stable for no fewer than 10 beats. The crosser is really just turning back and forth between these two positions. So, facing that first spot on the wall with the poi turning forwards and your arms crossed, wait for the poi that is attached to your right hand, that's the one on your left side, to point down towards the floor. Turn your entire body to follow it all the way around until you're facing the spot on the wall behind you. The poi should now be turning reverse. Now, wait until the poi in your left hand, that is, the one on your right side, is pointed up towards the ceiling, and let your entire body follow it around until you're facing the spot on the wall that we started with. We'll use the same technique we had for the split time reel from our first exercise and count off 1, 2, 3 beats turning to reverse, and 1, 2, 3 beats to turn to forwards. Do this exercise until you can repeat it 10 times in a row. Now we count off only 1, 2 beats to reverse and 1, 2 beats to forwards before we turn. Again, do this exercise until you can repeat it 10 times in a row. Finally, we're going to count off only a single beat on each side before turning and switching to lead poi as soon as we complete the turn. This is a crosser. Here are 2 helpful tips for polishing this move. First, rather than moving your entire body from side to side, rivet your feet, pointing towards the side that you're turning across. Then you'll want to make sure that you're only turning your upper body from side to side. The more of your body that you turn in the course of this move, the more you have to correct for and the less stable the move feels. Second, don't let your body lean or veer to one side. It should always spin on axis, like a top. Keep your spine long and your head pointing up. Learning crossers will begin to engage your core muscles in ways that no other move does, and teach your body to start poi movements from places other than your wrists and arms. In addition, you'll find your plane control benefits greatly from the exercises necessary to learn it. Thanks so much for watching. Now show us what you can do. Share your photos and videos of your progress with Spinballs.